Can revolution happen peacefully? I mean, it's a serious question because, you keep hearing everybody talk about how upset they are at the government, the corporations, like, for example, the Republicans just passed some measure that basically loosens up the regulations on net neutrality, right? For those of you that don't know what net neutrality is, basically it is it's a protection against a monopoly of the internet, meaning that one company can't just control network speeds. They can't control, like, if you run a search for a particular a topic or an item or whatever, and instead of getting results from many different companies or whatnot, you're immediately driven to one company's website over the other. It's an important thing, right? Because net neutrality basically affects freedom of speech. Because if one company leans a particular way, a particular political side, they very well could block your ability to, get the opposing side. It's a bad thing that they're getting rid of net neutrality. But what I see a lot of the times, especially when it comes to net neutrality, at least on social media sites, is you have a bunch of people that get upset. They fire off. Am I talking too close to the fucking mic? If I've been, blowing out your eardrums for the past 2.5 minutes, I apologize. But yeah, what I see is a lot of people, firing off all these negative tweets. They call for to sign some petition. They create clever little hashtags. But the problem is these tactics don't fucking work. They don't work. We don't live in a society where everybody getting together in a circle jerk of complaining has any effect on the people that are making money. You want to change you want to change the direction a corporation or particular fucking industry works. What you have to do is you have to hit them in the pocketbook. And yes, I said the pocketbook as if we were in the 1950s. My suggestion, like, for example, Amazon is probably the biggest one, or one of the worst when it comes to sort of predatory capitalism. But let's take Comcast, for example, right? They're in control of our most of the mainstream media, and they of course are 100% on board with getting rid of net neutrality. You want to affect them? Here's my suggestion. This will be the most effective way. You make a video of yourself canceling your cable company, and you upload that shit to Twitter, to Instagram, to YouTube, and you say, look, if you really give a shit about net neutrality, then you have to do something drastic. You have to do something more drastic than writing, angry fucking tweets. Make a video, make it go viral, get it to the point where people are now trying to make their own videos. Kind of like that with the ice bucket challenge or whatever, how that just started with one person and pretty soon everybody was fucking doing it. You don't think that Comcast or really any cable company isn't going to take notice of the fact that suddenly everybody's canceling their fucking subscription? And you make it clear in the video exactly why you're doing it. Same thing with, there's a story that just came out. You should just consider this podcast Baldy McFadden fucking solves all the problems. That will be the title of this fucking episode. Right, because everybody likes to pretend like the solutions to all these problems are so fucking complex, and they're in fact the opposite of complex. It's real simple to change the way these corporations behave. You stop giving them money, because you can bitch about them all you want, on social media or anytime somebody puts a mic in front of your face. But that doesn't really it doesn't really do anything if you don't actually fucking take action against them. So yeah, make videos showing that that you're canceling your fucking your cable. With Apple, there was some story that just came out that it turns out that they've got all these like fucking, financial hiding places that they have their money where, they basically avoid paying their fair share in taxes. Well, you want to stop them from doing that? Maybe you stop buying Apple fucking products. You make a video, didn't the right wingers do this the other day with the fucking Keurig coffee makers and shit because they were upset that Keurig pulled its advertising from fucking Sean Hannity's show because he was basically defending a child molester, and they made all these fucking videos of people destroying their coffee makers, and what happened? Keurig fucking apologized because it realized, I've pissed off the wrong fucking people. So here's the thing. If there's one thing that you could admire about, the right wingers or even the fucking piece of shit white supremacists, is that when they decide that they're gonna throw a shit fit, they fucking do it. They don't just get on, Twitter and create a fucking hashtag. They go out there, they put on fucking diapers, they fucking smash their coffee makers. They do, they fucking, they'll start riots and shit. Yes, what they're fighting for is fucking despicable. It's horrific, but they get shit done. So you want to stop Apple from basically, screwing the country or fucking not paying their fair share? Make videos of you smashing your fucking Apple products and vow to never ever purchase another fucking iPhone or MacBook or whatever the fuck until they change that shit. But let me guess, you won't do it because you're the same fucking people that stood outside fucking the Apple store willing to pay fucking, almost $2,000 for a fucking iPhone, basically saying, you know what, it doesn't matter what you charge, I'll still buy it. What it is I'm sick of fucking people bitching, but not really doing anything doing anything about it. It's one of my biggest pet peeves next to people pretending to be stupid. There was some moron fucking on Twitter, of course. Apparently the fucking Keystone Pipeline or whatever, the one that's running through, I don't know if it's South Dakota, North Dakota, one of the fucking Dakotas. Apparently it has leaked like, somewhere in the neighborhood of 200,000 plus fucking liters or gallons or whatever the fuck of oil. And, people with fucking, brains in their head are like, you know what, we need to get away from fucking pipelines and oil in general. And then you have people that will come on that actually did come on to the fucking thread there and say stupid shit like, what did this one person say? Like, oh, I'm so irritated at the fact that, people never talk about how dangerous, transporting oil via trucks and fucking railways is. I mean, think about that shit. That's what they're fucking irritated about. Not the fact that we have fucking oil spill after oil spill, that people's water supply is being fucking polluted. The fact that we are fucking falling behind even fucking China when it comes to cleaning up our fucking act. What they're fucking upset about is that somebody didn't mention that fucking trucks and railroads are more fucking are more dangerous than the pipeline. Go fuck yourself if that's your argument. Go fuck yourself if you're so focused on the insignificant fucking details and just completely missing the big fucking picture of we should stop using fucking oil altogether. The way it's transported is not fucking important. What's important is getting away from it. And let's let's quit pretending like it's so difficult to get away from fucking using fossil fuels or having a more efficient running fucking country. Because there's other countries doing it as we fucking speak. I'm sick. I know that every single podcast this week has been me basically bitching at you guys, but I am fucking tired of people just being fucking stupid. You want to stop net neutrality? Then make videos, make it go viral, and get people to fucking just start hitting them in their fucking bank accounts. Because all these corporations give a shit about is making money anyway. So if they start losing money, they'll change their fucking their perspective real fucking quick, and they'll pretend like they've always been on board and that that they're gonna do this or that they were planning to do that. They'll pretend. But what they really fucking care about is the fact that they're not collecting their couple of nickels from you. That's what they fucking care about. And the thing is even if you get them to apologize or change, you got to make sure that what you get is not just an apology and not just a half-assed fucking switching gears. They need to support net neutrality 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts. No fucking loopholes. No, if that company does this, well then we'll do that. None of that shit. Either you fucking respect net neutrality or fuck you and your cable service. That's what it needs to be. Same thing with Apple or fucking Ford or any fucking company that that is basically fucking over society, whether it's ours or other countries. If you really are upset about, the working conditions of the Apple facilities in China, then why the fuck are you buying fucking an iPhone every time one comes out? Why are you buying a fucking Mac every time one comes out and pretending like, oh, it's so superior, I must have it? If all you do is write fucking blogs and share photos over fucking Facebook, you don't need a fucking Mac. You just need a computer. You need a laptop, maybe. But you don't need a fucking Mac. The only reason that you have a Mac or an iPhone or whatever, and I will include myself in this because I do have an iPhone 7 Plus, but I have stated numerous times on this podcast that when this phone shits the bed, and it looks like it's getting ready to, because it's already starting to fucking have these little glitches and shit. You know, when it shits the bed, I'm done. Not just with fucking iPhone, or, you know, I'm done with cell phones, period. But, you know, you don't fucking need these products, which you just want them. You want them because somewhere, 10, 15, 20 years ago, somebody convinced you that the product with the fucking bitten off apple is some sort of fucking status symbol. That, oh, if you own a Mac, somehow you're a better person than the other fucking people. Oh, if you have the latest iPhone, oh, you're much more fucking important than everybody else. You're fucking sheep. You know, either fix the fucking problems or shut the fuck up. That is basically how I look at things at this point. Either fix them, either do something to fix them, or shut the fuck up with your fucking hashtags and your, let's sign a petition that they don't give two shits about. You know, it's just it's so goddamn frustrating. Because, like, ever since this the election of fucking Trump, it seems like the level of just outright fucking idiocy has skyrocketed on all sides. Not just the Trump supporters, but the fucking Hillary supporters, the fucking people that are bitching about Apple, or the people that are bitching about the fucking pipelines, or the people that are bitching about net neutrality, or the people that are bitching about fucking, some automobile maker that didn't bother to fucking pull, cars, or fucking, or issue a recall before it killed a bunch of fucking people. I'm sick of it all, because at some point you either have to fucking do something about it or quit pretending like you're that fucking outraged, because I know you're not. I know you don't give a shit that fucking people in China are catapulting themselves out of the fucking window because they can't deal with the fact of, or with the conditions that they live in. I know you don't give a shit that there are children fucking, sewing up your fucking shirts and your shoes and shit. You don't give a fuck. You don't really give a shit that fucking corporations are basically taking over your, freedom of fucking speech and basically deciding for you what you are, or what you should be fucking allowed to see or say. You don't give a fuck. You like bitching, but you don't really give a fuck. And I know what y'all think. Well, why don't you fucking, cast the first stone? I already have started doing this shit. I'm fucking tired of it. You won't catch me coming on this podcast and bitching about shit and then turning around and fucking just like, I'll just stick my head up my ass like I didn't just announce how fucking upset I was. You won't catch me doing that shit, because I stand by my fucking word. Which, I hate to fucking say it, because I really hate the whole fucking piling on millennials and shit. But if there's one thing that older generations seem to be right on the money about, is the fact that we are such fucking little bitches, little snowflakes. Everybody's a fucking victim. Nobody can take a joke or a fucking insult. Everybody assumes that if you let the wrong fucking person, stand up in some sort of fucking gymnasium and talk, that they're automatically going to convince everybody to follow their bullshit fucking agenda. Everybody is a little fucking bitch now. You know, so if I have to side with the older generations on anything, it has to be that millennials are fucking little bitches. With your fucking, I need safe space. And I hate to even say this shit because I hate fucking people that say that's always their fucking retort. It's like, oh, you're a fucking snowflake. And, I mean, the fucked up thing is the people that always talk about somebody being a fucking snowflake or triggered are just as easily fucking snowflakey-ish or triggered by other shit. Not everybody's a fucking victim, and some things you just have to fucking nut up and deal with. You know, when you start, I mean, for me, this all started when people started, fucking making comedians apologize for fucking jokes. I mean, I know it started probably before that, but, that's right around the time for me where it's like, okay, it's getting fucking stupid. You're making people fucking apologize for jokes, for things that are obvious fucking jokes, as, who fucking says it? Fucking Bill Burr says this all the time. Like, oh, you're not upset about the fat joke or, the joke against, or the joke making fun of like how Asians drive or, whatever other fucking joke. It's only until it's like a topic that's sensitive to you that suddenly it's so fucking offensive. You need to apologize to me for telling me a joke I didn't want to hear. Go fuck yourself, you pussy ass fucking cunts. And I don't know. I mean, I know that most of my audience, you kind of feel the same way I do. So this really isn't an attack to you. But, that there's going to be somebody. There's somebody in my audience right now listening to this that is fucking livid with the fact that I'd actually blame them for why shit isn't fucking changing. Instead of blaming, I don't know, fucking Trump or Susan Sarandon or fucking the Russians or some bullshit. Excuse me. That was gross, and I apologize. But I'm fucking sick of it, people. Either do something about it or shut the fuck up. And revolution, I'm sorry, is not going to come, at least the revolution that you want, is not going to come peacefully. And I don't mean fucking, it needs to be fraught with violence. It doesn't need to be violent, but it can be peaceful. The days of asking for fucking, for shit to change are over. The days of waiting for fucking, obvious corrupt fucking cunts to have a change of heart is fucking over. If you're waiting for rich people or rich and wealthy people to suddenly give a shit about the poor and needy, after, hundreds and thousands of fucking years of proof that they don't, you're a fucking idiot. They're not gonna give us what we want. We have to fucking take it. Hypothetically, and I'm not calling for this, so don't take it as some sort of fucking, go out and do this fucking crazy shit. Don't do it. All right, I'm saying it right now. Don't fucking do this. But you know how quickly things would fucking change if suddenly the rich and wealthy were being dragged out of their fucking house and beaten in the street? Do you know how quick shit would change if that started happening? If it started to become a reality that they could get touched? Now, I'm not saying do it. Obviously that sort of fucking violence isn't gonna, it isn't gonna do anything other than, blow up the fucking problem even more. But the sentiment needs to be the fucking same. You need to stop waiting and asking for permission to fucking, have a happy life. You need to fucking take it. You need to fucking stand up and fucking do something. You don't like that net neutrality is being yanked from you? Then fucking do the shit that I said. Make a fucking video of you canceling your shit. And it can go for anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be for, net neutrality. It could be for fucking anything. Make a fucking video, put it out there, and and watch it go fucking viral, and then watch how quickly they fucking change gears. Revolution cannot come peacefully. Name me one time that peaceful fucking gathering changed any fucking thing. You want a revolution? You want shit to change? Then you have to fucking fight. And I'm sorry, fucking hashtags and angry tweets and fucking reaction videos, that ain't gonna fucking do it. These old fucks that are making fucking millions and billions of dollars, they're not even paying attention to any of that shit. Hell, most of them, if they have, say, a Twitter account, have somebody fucking running it for them. And you think that person that they've paid to fucking take care of their fucking accounts is going to tell them, hey, everybody thinks you're a cunt? No. They're going to tell him exactly what he wants to fucking hear. That, everybody fucking loves you. They're not going to hear you on fucking Twitter. They don't give a fuck. You want to change shit, then I'm sorry, you're going to have to maybe adopt some of the fucking right-wing craziness in order to get it done. Because sitting around fucking having peaceful protests or, signing petitions and all, that ain't going to fucking do it. That worked, maybe in the 60s and 70s. That ain't going to work now. You want something, you want shit to change, then you must fight for it. Or you shut the fuck up. Plain and fucking simple. And I know this entire podcast, I'm 27 minutes in, and all I've done is scream and yell at you, but I'm fucking fed up. I am absolutely fed up with people's fucking horse shit. And I know you're thinking, well, who the fuck are you, and why should I give a shit that you're fed up? Well, you don't have to. But please don't fucking walk away from the podcast thinking that, by retweeting or liking somebody's fucking angry tweet is going to change a goddamn thing. You're not an activist if the only fucking activism you do is fucking sit around and type shit out on a fucking laptop or with your thumbs on your phone. You're not a fucking activist. You're apathetic. You're filled with phony fucking outrage. And you need to just shut the fuck up. I mean, I know everybody was against Antifa, right? We haven't heard much from them lately. Even I was like, these people, they're kind of handling it the wrong way. But maybe they have a fucking point. Maybe they do have a fucking point. Maybe you have to fucking meet, craziness with fucking craziness. Maybe you have to meet violence with fucking violence. Maybe you have to fucking actually do something and stand for something, in order to change shit, rather than sit around on your fucking, your Twitter account pretending like you're changing the world with your fucking, with your tweets or your fucking links to somebody's fucking, article. What I'm saying is I'm very fucking disappointed in you guys. I don't know. I'm done fucking yelling at you, I appreciate all my listeners, but not even just my listeners, but the people that follow me on Twitter and other fucking areas. I appreciate everybody, but it's just like, at some point you either got to fucking do something. You got to, what is the phrase? You got to shit or get off the fucking pot. I don't know. I was watching, to switch gears over here. I was watching, fucking old episode of, was it Law and Order? Fucking, with Richard Belzer. They were talking about, Hasidic Jews. And I find that fucking, I find that name or label or whatever, I find it fucking hilarious. And no, I'm not gonna be, this isn't me switching gears into anti-Semitism. I really don't give a flying fuck what fucking, wizard you pray to, or what sort of fucking hairstyle you curl your fucking sideburns into, or any of your fucking head accessories. I don't give a fuck about any of that. But when I hear somebody say they're a Hasidic Jew, what I picture is either acid or a fucking snake spitting. And I know that probably isn't funny. I'm sure that, if there's somebody Jewish listening to this right now, they're probably like, oh, this fucking guy, what about the Holocaust and all that? I'm not talking about any of that shit. I'm talking about how a word fucking sounds to me. Hasidic Jew. It could be Hasidic fucking Muslim. It could be Hasidic fucking guy down the street. It has nothing to do with your fucking religion. It's just the fact that word is fucking funny to me. It sounds almost like you're trying to spit, like Hasidic. Okay, that was a horrible fucking joke. I apologize, all my Jewish listeners, if I have any. Again, I really don't give a flying fuck about anybody's religion. I'm atheist, so as far as I'm concerned, you're all playing fucking Dungeons and Dragons anyway. So it has nothing to do with any of that. And I realize that the Holocaust was a big deal to you and all that. I get it. It's not a fucking I'm not slamming you for who you are. It's just that fucking name. I mean, I'm sure it means something, something that my fucking little hamster brain is incapable of comprehending. But, for me, it's fucking, it's funny. It sounds like, it's the same sound I make right before I spit. Was that too far? Was that insulting? At this point, if you don't realize I'm fucking joking, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you should turn the podcast off and, go sit in your fucking safe space, or, in your cubicle, or in your fucking room with the lights out and candles lit. I don't know. You do whatever the fuck it is that you need to do. If you can't take a goddamn joke, then you're on the wrong fucking podcast. I cannot stop screaming at you fucking people. All right. I'm going to stop here. It's the effing podcast. If for some reason you've gone 33 minutes in and, without fucking understanding or knowing which podcast you're listening to, it is the effing podcast. I usually do a couple of these a week, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, although this week it has been, I gave you one on Monday. I think I gave you one on Wednesday. I gave you one yesterday. Oh, wait, did I give you one on Wednesday? I think I did, yeah. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today's Friday. So you got 4 out of me, you fucking cunts. But yeah, if you're new to the podcast, welcome. I will say that I don't usually. Who the fuck am I kidding here? Half the time I am bitching at my fucking audience, But other times, I'm talking about how much of a fucking idiot I am. So it's kind of a good mix. But yeah, so if you're new, welcome. If you've been listening, since I fucking started this podcast, or whatever, thanks for fucking hanging in with me. And yeah, fucking it's Friday, so the weekend's tomorrow, so it's time to, I don't know, start imagining fucking kicking your boss in the balls and tell him to fuck off. And hope that when you come back on Monday, you still have a job. Anyway, all right, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you had a good week. And just like always, don't take any shit and go fuck yourself. Peace.